Hello, brilliant soul. So I'm popping on today to give you an actual update on my channel. It's been a while. I decided I was going to shoot this at the park. It's such a beautiful day and super quiet out here and peaceful. Well, not super. It is quiet, but occasionally I hear the construction down the road here. So just heads up on that. But it's a beautiful day. It's finally warm enough to actually sit outside for a little while here, which is marvelous, and I'm greatly enjoying it. But I wanted to give you an update because it's been a little while since I did one of these, and I know that many of you are probably new to the channel anyway, and so you probably aren't super familiar with what I do, my content, any of that good stuff. And I was thinking about sort of the history of my channel and how I started it and where it is now, and it's been such an interesting journey. And it was actually kind of fun to go back and think about, okay, how did I even get here to begin with? And I actually started in 2019, and a friend of mine and I had been talking about how we were just tired of hearing bad news. We were just tired of it, and we wanted to put out good news. We wanted to put out positive content that would encourage people. And so we did that. And little did we know, right, that the cooties were coming in 2020, and that we were, going into this time of being in our houses and being online and doing all these things that maybe previously we did sometimes, but certainly not to the level that we did in 2020. And in many ways, it just seemed like it was almost like it was intended to be, right? Like it was just timed so perfectly. And then after a couple of years, I had some shifts in my own life and started to reconsider what I really wanted to do with my channel. And at that time, I kind of felt like it wasn't the right time to do content. And I backed away from it for quite a while. And then the last 6 months or so, I have sort of been reviving the channel, so to speak, and creating content again. And it's been a blessing for me because it's reminded me of what I got to do during those years when a lot of us were sort of trying to come to grips with what was happening in the world and what was happening in our lives and what it was going to look like to move into the future, what this new world was going to be and what it was going to mean for us personally and for those around us. And now that we're 6 years out, and not that there hasn't been other nonsense, and the latest cooties 2.0 and 3.0 and 4.0 have come out. We've kind of all gotten to the point of, well, I don't want to say it's laughable, but it kind of is in some ways, right? Of not taking some things maybe quite so seriously. And it's like, gratefully, there hasn't been any real legitimate scares. So all that being said, I was looking forward to the opportunity to come back and share with you where I am now, and that I'm excited that I'm going to be creating more content again, that this channel is going to be a place where you can come and find positivity, that you can find value, that you can find resources, that you can find things that are going to support you in many ways on your life journey. And some of you may know that like the last year-ish, I have been working with the homeless in this area where I live. And it's been so eye-opening, to be honest with you. I've learned so much, and it's been helpful in the sense that I have seen people go through and transition through so many different things. The difficulties, obviously, of being homeless are a little bit different than maybe what most of us are confronted with. And yet there are some themes that run through that I think all of us deal with in different ways at different times. And so I want to be able to bring some resources around some of those topics, some of those struggles that really I just see across the board with many people that I talk to. And so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think days like this, you know, you'll probably catch me out here. Hopefully you'll catch me outside quite a bit. And other times I might have a little bit more in-depth type videos where, you know, you might even want to have a pen and paper. Who knows? And that's kind of the fun of it for me. You know, it's not going to be the same all the time. I'm not the same all the time. I tend to be one of those people that likes to mix it up a little bit. I like to do a little something different here and there, and just not the same old all the time. So you'll get a variety. You'll get some outside, you'll get some inside, you'll get some going places, you know. Hopefully it'll be a great variety and you'll enjoy it, and it'll be fun for all of us. So that's my quick update for today. Thank you so much for hopping on and just for being part of what I'm doing. And I look forward to putting out a lot more fun content and value for you in the future. So I'll see you here again soon.